Thank you very much. The topic that was given to me is what can we do with the hydrogen project, an imminent opportunity that we did not know it was coming. Now, the green hydrogen value chain and the maximization of the opportunities for Namibia. Now, the reference was made specifically for the use of byproducts for green hydrogen or hydrogen byproducts in that value chain. Now, before I start talking, I want to give you a background of the angle that I am standing when I am talking about this subject. I'm retired from the University of Namibia about 5 years ago, and I have been a research professor there. And since I left, I have still been in association with the MRC, that is now the research institute there, where I was working. And I have been affiliated to that research institute. And since the green hydrogen issue came up, I have also been interested in that subject because my main preoccupation has been to look at appropriate production, engineering production systems and technologies that will be suitable to the Namibian engineering survivals, the Namibian engineering solutions. And the same also with hydrogen. We have, in our history as Namibia, we have had diamond industries, we have had mining industries, we have had various industries, agriculture, and so on. But the majority of Namibians, for most of us, only a tiny percent are actually benefiting effectively, socially, from those opportunities. So now, my focus and my responsibility when I was at the university and still now is to look at the opportunities that will capacitate the Namibian people, the majority of us, to be able to effectively participate in such opportunities. And I see green hydrogen as such opportunities. But I also know that the industries that came before, not many of us are participating. So you bear with me. If something goes wrong, you help me out. Now, let me indicate how I look at this subject. I'm not a green hydrogen expert, but I have indicated the background where I look at it. I look at it as a disruptive technology which brings new ideas, new products, new processes, and the list goes on. And we have then, therefore, to find a way where we would be able to use those opportunities effectively for our people. Now, a disruptive technology is very often overrides and suffocates the existing ones. You know, when the Industrial Revolution came and people were riding with horses and the car came and disrupted the transportation system. That was a disruptive technology. Well, lately, we have the technology of telephones that were standing on the table, and the cell phone came. And now I think very few of you and very few of us have now standing telephones in our houses. That was a disruptive technology. So that is how I look at these opportunities that comes our way within the hydrogen possibilities. The disruptive technology may create a complete new industry. And for Namibia, the green hydrogen technology is such a disruptive technology. Maybe for some other countries, maybe you still have a green hydrogen, not a green, but a blue hydrogen, red hydrogen, yellow hydrogen, and so many colors. But for Namibia, everything that this industry will bring is new. And therefore, it is like you throw the bird into the sky, and the direction and the opportunities for that bird to fly away is endless. And that is how I look at this issue. Now, what are the green hydrogen byproducts? The byproducts of green hydrogen, at least a byproduct that contain a hydrogen atom. And as you can see, I think for many of you who are chemists, I'm not a chemist, know that opportunities to fix a hydrogen atom to another atom, that opportunity is endless. And therefore, I wouldn't go really into the issue, or into that issue, what specific products, because you can affix the hydrogen to any product that will give you the opportunity for a product that you want to use. What specific products or service line opportunities to choose for the start depends on what basic operations are identified. In other words, I feel that instead of talking about byproducts for the use of those byproducts in our domestic or export market, it is better to focus specifically on the specific opportunities that exist within the given projects and the given activities that are already identified. In other words, there has been talking of establishing plants for ammonia, for establishing agricultural activities, and there have been opportunities identified for fuel, methanol, and so on. All those possibilities are there, and we have heard from yesterday that there are other activities and by-activities that would form the value chain of hydrogen activity projects that are in Namibia. And therefore, maybe the important thing is for the opportunities to be defined by the companies that are already listed as preferred bidders and who have already identified specific projects which have then potentials for export of those products to the markets elsewhere. And then the Namibian people, we as professionals, we as a government, we as institutions, we maybe as individual experts can then identify those specific opportunities in the projects that are already existing. And then we identify how we can participate.
2 minutes, Prof, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I think I go to my slide number, the opportunities, that is now slide number 3.
Is it the last slide, Prof?
The second one. That opportunities to me are really the missing link. In other words, interested businesses, professional organizations, and institutional representatives should engage those current appropriate bidders with a view to identify specific projects where they can fully participate to avoid the mismatch of people trained without really knowing so much how to do things to happen. The last slide. What should we do at this stage? 1, a Namibia National Green Hydrogen Program document be formulated and approved by stakeholders, of course, based on the current Hydrogen Valley pilot projects. And those programs must also have project timelines. Now, the HR requirements for all activities be identified and their levels of expertise to be defined according to the timelines of those activities. Last one. All relevant Namibian training institutions accredited to NQA to develop and differentiated NQA-approved training program targeting HR requirements. Training programs should include reskilling. In other words, we have so many SMEs that are in transportations, that are in welding, and can therefore be reskilled for a shorter period if only the specific opportunities are identified. Thank you.